My name is Ian Edwards. I'm the Regional CEO of DNV in the Middle East and Africa region. Our new office that we opened recently is housing both our maritime operations and our new Saudi regional headquarters that is responsible for the Middle East and North Africa region. This is timed in line with the MISA requirements, requiring multinational companies to have a regional headquarters in Saudi Arabia in order to continue to do business. So the timing was very much aligned with that. But I've been coming here on a regular basis for a number of years, and the regional headquarter program seemed a very logical development to support the business growth that we have in the kingdom. And now I'm located here, and it's a real pleasure to be in Saudi Arabia and to be contributing and working together with the industry. We've had tremendous support from the Ministry of Investment in particular. The process has been much quicker than we imagined in the beginning. So they helped us through all the different stages of the licensing, the certification, and early this year, in February, we announced the inauguration of the business license. And as you said recently, that we then finally finished our new office, and we had the pleasure of having the Norwegian ambassador with us on the opening of the office. So yes, I think you can say from both the Saudi side and the Norwegian side, we've had really excellent support. Well, I'm a great believer in localization and looking at the talent in the countries that we operate. That's been my strategy since I started 5 years ago in the Middle East. I think we changed a lot of perceptions by what we've done in Saudi, and now we have a Saudization score that is in the top platinum tier. We have a maritime team consisting of local Saudi surveyors that are engaged, that are skilled, that are competent, that are very capable, and not least ambitious. And what we've seen recently as well is that engaging female Saudis is a real opportunity, I think, for the business. There's a massive amount of talent in the country. We, for example, are supporting the leading national academy in Al-Kabar, who offer specialized, tailored technical programs, offering 2-year diplomas for female Saudi students. We're actually sponsoring 120 of these young ladies. I visited the academy a number of weeks ago together with our chief HR officer from our head office, and we were really inspired by that visit to see the engagement, the interest, the curiosity of the young ladies, and I'm really looking forward to working together with them in the future to unleash that talent and that capability, not only in Saudi and the region, but globally. The biggest challenges are obviously the transformations that lie ahead, in particular for the maritime industry. The transformations we always talk about, and it's been very prevalent in the conference here, is the decarbonisation, the energy transition, and the digitalisation. So these are the main challenges that we spend a lot of time working on and helping customers understand how they can navigate that transition in a safe and sustainable way. Recently, we issued our latest Maritime Forecast 2050 earlier in September, and the report builds on the previous year's reports, where we focus on the availability of the future fuels and how the industry can address the challenge of decarbonisation by 2050, which all parties have, of course, agreed to. We put focus on, in addition to the fuels, the energy efficiency for the vessels, because that's going to be a very important aspect that the industry needs to incorporate, because whatever the solution, whatever the fuel, the energy efficiency is going to help save costs, because the fuels are going to be costly and expensive. To think about next steps, one needs to look in the rearview mirror as well. Now, DNV is quite an old company. This year we actually celebrated our 160 years. So our foundation was in 1864, so quite a long time ago. In Saudi Arabia, we haven't been so long, but in fact it's 40 years. So we were established here in the early 80s. And of course, the development has been this year very rapid with the establishment of our regional headquarters. So I think now I say to my team, as we celebrated 160 years here this year in the iconic IFTA, I said this is year one of the regional headquarters and the real start of the rapid growth I feel in Saudi. So I think the regional headquarters represents really a platform in which we can really grow and expand our business and make an impact in 2030, strategically aligned with Saudi Arabia Vision 2030 and even beyond that. Indeed, we've been at this event for a number of years now. We're a regular exhibitor. Our booth this year is about double the size compared to previous year, and it's really inspiring to see the growth and the impact that this SMLC is having on the industry. We talked about alternative fuels, and our CEO often uses the phrase, the fuel of the future is collaboration. I think it's rather appropriate when you see from events like this, because it's events like this that can really fuel that collaboration, if you like, to help us overcome the challenges ahead. So we need to work together. I think we've heard it also from the speakers on the conference. There needs to be more collaboration, more cooperation. The industry needs to look at any barriers to that, remove them to help us move forwards. There's been so much energy, I think, surrounding this event. I think every year I see it growing, becoming more energetic, and really I don't know where it's going to stop, you know. There must be a point where there's a limit to this energy, but so far it's incredible.